Okay, the next step is I'm going to put on the flex pipes here. I've put Teflon tape on, have my wrenches all ready. Again, this is so much easier than doing it on your head under a sink. She is really enjoying her new pen over there. I have these shutoffs I'll install inside the tiny house, and then we can hook these up. So I think first we'll go in and mount the sink. Blah, blah, da, da, da. Woohoo! I've made the marks where I want the supports to go. And I've secured the two pieces together. Push that into the corner right there. And where's that? Right there. Well, let's see if the sink sits on there. Oh, very nice. I just put a coat of polyurethane on the backsplash. It's going to be wood. It's going to be super sealed and waterproof, and we'll put that on in just a little bit. But so here is the plumbing. I've hooked up the PEX to these supply lines on both of them. This is the swivel spray aerator. Currently both shutoffs are off. So now I'm working on putting in the sink strainer, or the basket. Got a really nice one. It's going to work really well. So the first thing they want you to do is put plumber's putty inside. I could get up above and do this, I suppose. So you can see I've got the plumber's putty all the way around there. I'll go back down under. All right. First thing is rubber gasket. If you remember with the when I did the shower, I put this rubber part up on top, and I had to pull it all apart because you folks were kind enough to straighten me out on that. Then there's that cardboard gasket, and then this metal ring. I'll go up above and make sure it's all centered before I snug this up. That looks really good. Well, just a brief break from finishing this sink. I finally went and put a checklist together, a punch list, to see what was left to finish this project. And so this is what I came up with. I need to finish the sink area. This is one part to get the backsplash done, coming all the way around on this side. The polyurethane is curing, drying right now as we speak for this last piece. And I've got a piece cut here. I'll screw and glue that on, as well as the backsplash all the way around to make that good and solid. I'm hoping it'll be solid enough so that this little temporary leg won't have to be here. Okay, so that's one trim piece over the top. Right here and over on that end for the storage areas. But I picked up the pine this morning, actually. And so I'll cut that to fit, and then I'll poly both of those. Need to build and hang this bathroom door. This will have, and I've mentioned it, we'll have shelves on this side. So when it slides back, the shelving will be over here out of sight, but it'll give it a wide open effect especially for airflow. You can open the bathroom window and these windows and the air will just flow through. It's been really, like, it got down to 51 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, and in here it was still 70. So you can do the reverse as well. If it's a hot day outside, leave the window shut and it'll stay cooler without any air conditioning unit. You probably want maybe something on a really hot day. So that's that. Then behind you, I've got to close in that breaker box, and I still need to run a GFI outlet outside, GFCI. Why not just call it a GFI? I don't know. Anyway, I need to do that, close that in, and then I need to build a closet. It's going to be like an open closet. It'll really just have a wall so that there's room to kind of hide, so that maybe hanging coats and boots and stuff to get them in out of sight. The wood stove, I still have to put that in. There's quite a bit of work involved with that, as far as cutting in a stovepipe to go up through the roof. I'm going to pressure test the water today. Everything is plumbed, hooked up. I'm going to go up to the house and plug it in to the garden hose, see what happens. Hopefully all positive. I need to trim the entry door. I need to paint the door. That's going to be painted the same color as the roof. And I need to install that deadbolt and make one of you folks happy. I know that bugs you because you're a locksmith, and I appreciate your patience with that. I need to make covers for the water supply and the drains out there to pretty that up. I need to build a Murphy bed. That's going to be a project, and a fold-out table. That's going to be a bit of a time-consuming project. And then the last item that will be over on this side, outside, underneath, pull-out drawers. I'm going to build those. I think that's about it. So you know what? I probably ought to get to it. I'm going to go in and check, see if this is dry, and if it is, it'll be ready to put on. And so I want to finish this sink first. That's my main goal for the day. So I'll be back with that piece, and we'll put it in. And this is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. I'm going to pre-drill for 2 screws, because they're going in there and they'll be buried in behind. So I'm going to have to squeeze in there. That's going to be really tight. That's really going to be tight. I just had it in here. Okay. That'll go like that. This will be tucked in there with 2 screws that are buried going through into there. So when I set this in, I'm going to silicone behind there so that it gets secured without any, I don't want any nails or screws in there. Actually, over in here I'll probably put wood glue, but then I'll put a bead of silicone all around the bottom. Then I'll have this piece that I'm going to put this on first. I'll glue and screw that up into the countertop, because that's going to give a lot of strength. And then this, I'll glue this, and this will be just a lot of things happening right here, eh? Okay. First, let's screw this together. I'm hoping that's going to fit in there. I'll probably dry fit it first. I don't want to glue it and then have it not work. There, okay. What do you think? And this will come up just to cover the end of the countertop. I like that. That's going to work really well. Okay, so now I guess we'll glue this. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, wood glue on top. I'm going to try this once more. If it pulls away, I'm going to get a clamp. Good. I saw some of the glue come out, suck out, so to speak. All right, I filled all the holes that I drilled. So now I'll put a bead of glue, kind of spread that around, and as well as a bead of silicone on these three edges of the countertop. And now for silicone, a bead of that. I'm gonna have to open a new tube. I want plenty here because obviously this is the leak point. We don't want that leaking out. A lot of people, when they cut tube, I like to do it square. Some people will cut it at an angle, but I find if I'm trying to go like that, it doesn't work well for me. Punch a hole through there. So here I'm going to go right along the edge of the countertop so it's actually revealed. It will be a mess to clean up, I'm sure. I'm trying to do it tidy. I don't know if I mentioned, but I put a couple screws under this going through so I can screw it in from the back side and it'll draw that tight. And then let the glue do its thing. Or depending on your accent, do its thing. Okay. Well, it is time. Let me just clean that up. Here goes. So far, so whatever. Okay, it's in. Pressure against that. There it goes. Good, 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 good. I'm going to screw this one right here because it's right where I want it. Okay, good, 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 good. There it is. Everything caulked, glued, put in place. Should be good. And I'm pretty sure I can just remove this. And it's a little bit of movement there. I'll look at that as we go along, see if there's any other adjustment necessary. Before I head up to pressure test everything, I still have to attach these outside to the hot and cold water that goes out so that there can be a garden hose connection for that. And I picked up a splitter so that I can have two hoses going and coming in and feeding everything. So we'll go outside and attach these, and I think we're ready. All right, I've cut these two pipes to where I want them. and I've cut the length of pipe. I want it to just stub out just a little bit. I have these. I've already tightened. Those will receive a garden hose, and those will go on there. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and wouldn't you know it, I have 3. So it sounds like a trip to the lumberyard, hardware store, to get a 4th one. Okay, so anyway, I'll go as far as I can right now. I'll scrounge around in the shop. Maybe I'll find one. Somebody mentioned that these little tabs are to get crimp ring in the right spot. So that's what I've done, or that's what I'm using. There's one. So I can either be an optimist or a pessimist. I'm choosing optimism. I have these fittings all crimped, so that's all set. I made a sheet of plywood that's going to cover that, and I have to feed it in from the back, feed the pipes through, and then attach these on the outside so that it looks kind of nice. That's my goal. Let's see. I'll be using these. I use these to put the gate together, the fence together for Kaya's pen. They're just metal conduit clips. Let's see how this goes. I can get it fairly close, but I can't quite pull it up. Oh, look. Wow. Doesn't that look sweet? And where? Come on. Nice. Good. That went pretty well. Okay, so crimp ring, where'd you go? I'll paint this in a little bit. I guess I gotta add that to my punch list, checklist. Okay, I can't wait to go test this water. Or can I? Maybe I can. I can. It's not my powerhouse. Hold on. Okay, there's one. Where's the other? The udder. Is that cow talk? Okay. Nice. That's going to look pretty sharp, I think. Okay, now I'll put these. Why can't I think of names of things anymore? It's probably because I'm a 92-year-old. Okay, I'm not 92. Okay, good, that's all set. Probably for traveling, there should be a plug put in there. All right, while I'm at it, I need to make one for here. All right, I cut out the next panel that'll go inside. And I've got a PVC 2-inch cut to length for the drain. Goop this thing up and do it just like we were going to do it correctly. I usually put PVC glue on both sides of the fitting and the pipe. Get it in there and just hold it a minute. Hello. There. Now I'll put those clips on just like I did these. I'll put them on here. And we are ready to pressure test. Here we are, ready for the test. You ready, Kaya? All right. Kaya's going to coach me through it. Okay. I guess first thing I have to do is find 2 garden hoses. I think we have some. Let's do that. Okay, Kaya? Let me put you over here. Ouch. Well, believe it or not, probably 2 hours just rounding up garden hose. I had to buy a new one so that I could have 2 and then a splitter. So these are fixed, they don't swivel. Couldn't seem to find any that way. I guess if they leak here, I'm not too concerned about that. And hose number 2. Okay. Are we ready? I think we are. I may start here. I'll go turn the water on. We'll just see what we've got here for leaks. Hopefully none. Turning on the faucet. All right, nothing here. Let's go inside. And I'm not hearing anything. I haven't opened any valves yet. I guess we ought to try that. Oh, here goes. This is a pretty big deal. Okay. I guess we'll see if the water holds water. So apparently you have to turn on the shut-offs. Okay, here we go. You watching those? A lot of air in there. So I don't see any leak around the basket. That's good. All right, nothing there. Well, let's go check the shower. Very good. So that adjusts, it's a one-handle faucet. It's hot, cold, and off. So, just for fun, gotta have fun, right? I'm gonna turn the water on here in the sink. And go out and just, I know it's draining out, but let's go check that. See if there's any like wet spots that shouldn't be there. So it is draining there. I think we'll go around to the other side and look underneath. Nary a drop. I like that. So I'm going to shut the faucet off and I'm just going to let it sit for a couple of hours, see if anything happens. Well, so I moved the tiny house back down to the shop. Everything worked fine. There's no leaks. I love that. I love that. So there's no concerns about that. The chickens are happy. Anyway, so I had wanted to finish 3 items on my punch list, and actually I did. I got the trim piece up there. I'll show you that in just a minute. And that was the 3rd item. So you know what? Let's check that off. Where is it? Trim piece is over storage area. This is another one of my favorite parts of building. Doing a checklist, crossing it off. Finish the sink area. Did that. No leaks. And there's a 3rd item. Pressure test the water. Number 7. All right. Okay. So that's 3 out of, I think it's 13 items. So there's 10 left to go. We'll start working on those the next video. Some of them will take an hour. Some will take a day and a half or 2. So I'll pick out the items next, and we'll see you next video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment and hit that like button. That really helps me. And have a great day. See you later. Bye, Chicky Chicks. Oh, you know what? I got a bunch of cherry tomatoes ready to pick. Maybe I'll go out and enjoy one of those.